somewhat experimental piece. I have kind of a long, skinny piece of paper that will fit a mat that I have already purchased. So that's why I cut the paper that size. And I wanted to do some sort of a loose grapevine across it with some blown leaves and then some more carefully painted grapes. And these are some photos that I took at a winery some time ago. And I have painted with them before, so you can see the wild plum on here. And I'll use them just to guide when I get to the grapes or wanting to add some shadows. But we'll start off very abstractly. I'm going to sketch kind of a center line to work off of. That's just kind of a curve. And what I'm going to do is put on some ink and then blow it with this little squeeze thing that I had purchased that looks like you could do. It was supposed to be like a manual airbrush for a pen, but it never worked that well. Anyway, I had it around and I'm out of canned air, and I think a hairdryer is going to be too strong for this. So I'm going to give this a try. But if you have an air compressor or canned air or a regular straw or something else, you might prefer to use that. I selected a variety of greens. This is bottle, citrus, meadow, pistachio, and limeade. And we'll start with the bottle. I'm just going to run it along the line and see about squeezing it. That one almost looks like a grape leaf. Occasionally we're getting things that look like leaves. It's sunshine. Well, I'll try it. This must be the pistachio. Kind of like the look of the sunshine. Might not make for healthy grape leaves, but it's pretty. Now I'll let this dry for a minute while I figure out about the grapes. So I think I'll start with this bunch of grapes, and I'm going to put that one here. I'll be lifting out the area that I think they should be in. And I think this area might be another nice area to put some grapes. And then possibly one up here. This area is still a little bit wet. And for the grapes, I'm just going to put in some purple twilight I'll just dab it. There'll probably be several colors. This will get us started into the grape concept. Before working on the grapes, I'd like to clean up some of the edges. We want a lot of the inkiness, but I'd also, something like this I think isn't helpful. So I'm going to try to transform it slightly into something more leaf shape. So we'll use this as a reference. And this is the citrus ink. Now I'll take a minute and look at the grapes. I'm going to lift with the cotton swab and basically just see if I can make some round shapes in here. The piece is so loose that I don't really want to overly tighten these. This is a pale green marker, and I'm going to use it to just add some of the vines. So after looking at the picture for a little bit, I decided that even though I love the very loose grapes, they need some darker values in them. We have darker values floating throughout the piece in the leaves, and without them in the grapes, it's not working. So this is a dark purple marker, and I'm just going to add some darker color. And I'll continue it over here. And I'll blend it in a little bit. So I'm going to add some structure with the sepia pen. And I'll do a little bit of lifting with a very pale marker. And I'll add a couple dark lines with the sepia pen. And we'll try that and see if that is more appealing in terms of value. I'm still trying to go very gently into tightening up because I want the piece to be loose. But we'll see how this looks.